Preseason about to start. There were a couple of trades by Dallas. See if we can find him real quick here. Like transaction stuff, summary. Oh, it's just that. How does this work again? That doesn't work. Let's find it from the news. Let's see. Dallas. Can't remember who they traded with. They got rid of Leo Bushkin, but that's not the one. Oh yeah, there was Matt Duchene going to Vegas for Barbashev. That was the big one. And I think they picked up someone else as well. It's Colorado. Oh yeah, they gave up Thomas Harley for Sean Corrali. Great trades. Great trades. So our lineup to begin Season 3. We go with Sillinger, Bedard and Nazer in the first line again. Second line, I decided to go with Kisakov instead of... what's his name? I always think of Celebrini, but it's Vanacker. Right. So... 1 year probably of Kisakov on that second line. Before changing Vanacker in there with Moore and Carbonneau. 2 rookies will be that line. Lundestrom, Colton Dach and Kurashev will be the third line, with Greg Veleno and Gavin Hayes finishing up our forwards. Spencer Knight will be the starting goalie for the year. We have the same defense pretty much. Vlasic and Levshunov for the first pair now. And Rinzel will be the second pair guy right now, with Allen and Korchinski and Söderström in the third pair. I am looking to upgrade Söderström if we're in a playoff competition later on. Yeah, so that's about it. We can get to preseason. Spencer Gill traded to Pittsburgh. He's not bad. Yeah, let's set our captains. Mental ratings, leadership. We don't really have any good leaders on this team, do we? I guess Bedard. He will be here long term no matter what. He will be the captain now. Okay. Assistant. Right. I think I want more to be 1, but I'm thinking like who's going to be here later on as well. Moore will be a 2. Maybe like Vlasic should be A1. Yeah, gotta have a defender there. That's our captaincy for the year. I also noticed someone didn't have... Where's Moore? He didn't have his number. Here we go. Let's get to the preseason. See what we can do. Probably lose a lot of games this year as well still. We have our bits and pieces in place. Yeah, I don't care what the owner says. Like, not really. Carlton Sissons has been traded to the Devils for Curtis McDermott. He's now in the Kraken. Johnny Kovacevic has been moved out to Vancouver. Another trade between Penguins and the Flyers. Kyle Clifford has been moved to Philadelphia. Also, Brossois out of Penguins to LA. They are trimming their roster a little bit. So first preseason game, we drop to Columbus. But it is okay. Let's get these out of the way real quick. 3-2 against the Blues. Oh, Max Pacioretty has been moved to Vegas. The game keeps on flipping the numbers. I have no idea what that is about. Well, Matthew Cataford. Not a bad little player, though. 3.5 star potential right now. Not bad at all. Bedard with goals in both games. That's good. Who do we need to rest? Sillinger, probably. Taratu in there. Any center need rest? No. We give Safonov a game on the wing. That back-to-back done. Penguins trading someone again. This time they acquire Bekarchik from the Blues. Okay, like a 3.5 star potential is not bad for a bad return for a 3rd round pick. Bedard with another goal, so that is good. Same, another back-to-back coming right here. Lovshunov could use a rest, so Kolyachonok in there, and Ratu out in this game. Who's the other guy? Safonov. Gargano in. And then we move players around a little bit in the Caps game. Axelsson, 19-year-old goalie. His rights go to the Islanders for Nolan Foote. Foote never became anything, huh? The first game, I leaves Bedard without a goal. So tonight, Söderblom, Neisser will need to come out. Ratu in, Kisakov out for Safonov. And Kolyachonok out for... who again? Levshunov. It's like a win and a loss. Playing that .500 hockey here in the preseason. Probably gonna hurt a lot more when the teams start to play their actual players instead of the prospects. Cole Chandler, suspension. At least we're selling tickets, even if we kind of suck. So, Cole Emerton, who we just drafted. Bedard, getting a little bit more speed. Justin Carbonneau, that's good. That is awesome. That is awesome. A 19-year-old picking up all those points and already being this good. So he was our first round pick in the previous year, 2025. Looking good. Hayes, Kisakov, Knight getting slightly better. Naser with some defensive side to his game, which is not bad. Stuff. Myrnieks is kinda getting there. He doesn't have that much potential, but he had that upside on his current skill. So Henry. Oh! Well, hello, Krestan. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 14 points at the development camp. And severe injury, but okay. Didn't we draft him like in the 6th round? No, 3rd round. Well, still. Keep that up and you'll be in the team in no time. He might hit his ceiling pretty quick though. Meso. Nick Lardis was like one of the guys that were the last ones I cut. He would need a spot in the team. Possibly at some point. Definitely the first guy to bring up if there are any injuries. Vaneker doing a good job. Oh, this is looking good. I was looking at our goalies though. Just the... I think we might need to get rid of Söderblom just to get Camesso that backup spot. So Gayan and Rachero could be the AHL tandem. So I feel like Gayan would need to be in the AHL instead of the East Coast League. We'll see what we'll do about that. Get that Carolina game out of the way. And then we can concentrate. Oh, another trade. Boosted and traded to Edmonton. And Zach Whitecloud is out of Vegas. Gone to the Capitals. So, Knight in the net. You guys can play Sillinger. Oh, wait, hold on. Safonov out. Get Gishakov back in. And Sillinger definitely needs a rest, so we throw Safonov in there. And Nazer in first line again. That game against Detroit. That's the final preseason game. And then we go harvest the waivers. Of course, we lose Korchinski in the final preseason game. How long? 2 months. PCL strain in the knee. Well, that's why we do have Kolyachonok, but do we had someone in the AHL, didn't we? Kaiser. And Del Mastro both. He would be like 12 in two-way. What about you, West Kaiser? Ooh. When did he become this good? Right. During my time, has he played like 24? During my time in Chicago, he has not played a single game, so I guess it's time. See what Wyatt Kaiser can do. You're not going to be old school, you're going to be two-way. I think two-way. You can actually be rushing or QB as well with Söderström as your pair. What would work the best? Or mobile? No, actually not that. That's promising. Oh yeah, you can be a rushing D. You will be a rushing D. You can do a little bit of experimenting here with no real expectations of like playoffs or anything. Korchinski to the injury list. Yeah, is that our actual team? No, Sillinger still needs to go in. There we go. Kaiser will get his 44. Crevier, Del Mastro will be waived. Crevier as well. So Marcel, who I just happened to. One thing about the game I don't like now, that I actually had to go through the depth chart to find some of the players I have the rights to, because for some reason they don't show up here anymore. We used to have all the guys, even the older ones, in the unsigned page when they were not under contract, but those guys do not appear here anymore in FHM 11. I wish that comes back in 12. It was so much easier to find your players. Anywho, yeah, those guys are waived. Can't do much if someone's taken. But I am okay with losing any of those guys. Holy fuck, that's a lot of trades. Okay, so Järventie gone to Buffalo from Vegas for Esa Lindell. This is what happens when the AI is not exactly on board with how the cap works, I guess. Chegai gone from Montreal to Winnipeg. Oh, lordy lord. Lopiniemela gone to Ottawa. William Trudeau gone to Florida. Riley they actually moved Kidney? Removed Kidney. They got a second rounder for him. Seems a bit low, but Kidney is now in Boston. They dump Heineman to St. Louis. Toronto moves Hirvonen to St. Louis. Anywho, another trade. Hunter gone to Toronto. That's a waiver news. Oh, the Bruins acquire Kidney and waive him straight away. Okay, good job, game. Paling moved again. He was just moved in the offseason, I think. Waivers. Wave. Trade. Kalle Väisänen gone to Detroit. Another trade, Samuel Helenius. That's actually maybe a good player. At least he's big and mean. He's in the Rangers now. Waivers, Dallas going crazy again. No, just Wheatcroft moving. Strangers has been waived. Another trade. Avon gone to Dallas. And Penguins move on from Joel Blomqvist for whatever reason. You guys idiots. Nedeljkovic and Gauthier. Okay. Yes, the answer to the question is yes, they are idiots. Indeed, Jan Jenik has been moved to Penguins. And still with the Penguins doing all these moves, they might be a good 10-20 million over the cap every now and again. What? Olivier Nadeau moved to the Blues for a 6th round pick. This guy is worth a 6th. Why was I not offered? I'd give him like a 4th at least. Wait. At least we have plenty of people we can choose from when we check the waiver wire. Okay. So, waivers. Chaz Lucius is available. 4.5-star potential. Fabian Lysell, we have Forster, Poirier, Oscar Budimel, we're good on goalies really. Borgo. I mean, there are a lot of good names, but what do we actually need is the question. No defensive skills. Forster seems like a complete player right now. The problem is he would be a bottom 6, I want to say, for us. What has he actually been doing? Bring him back. Forster. Only 31 games and 14 points for the Flyers last year. I think he was on a decent deal. Can't trust this number because it seems to change every now and again. Looks to be like more like 3.2 instead of this 2.0 it says. Claims it's a 2.04 cap hit. I don't trust it. Doesn't really matter with us though. We have like 35 million. But Lucius, I know you. Ooh, you're so fast. The scouting report say. Okay. Well, he would be an upgrade to Gavin Hayes in the 4th line, but like, what would we be doing with him in the future? He's on his last year. I would be crazy if I don't at least try to claim him, though. I got it. I got to claim him. Pinelli? Could be good, could not. Could go either way. I mean, Samoskevich. What do we have? We have 4th line, we have Ridley Gregg, we have Lundestrom on the 3rd left wing. On the right side we have Hayes, who we'd replace with Lucius, and who? Alright, Kurashev. Okay, I don't think... we don't claim anyone else. We'll try to get Lucius, and that should be it. Yep. Moving on. If we get him, he will replace Gavin Hayes. And I think that would be the spot where we trade Gavin Hayes to give him a chance elsewhere. Oh, William Villeneuve has been claimed and going to Colorado. Ian Mitchell was claimed by the Islanders, as well as Mason Lowry, also an Islander now. Chaz Lucius ends up with us. Thank you very much. Trade Pavel Regenda has gone to Toronto. And you get a 51. So you will be a... yeah, not those face-offs. You are not a center. You will continue to play right wing. Which means Kevin Hayes will be coming out. It says screener, but his screening was like 14. He is pretty damn strong though, so that might work. He's not a sniper yet. Might as well play him as a screener, I guess. Then, do I want to play him over Kurashev? No, because that line plays defense. Let's see. What we also could do is give him some ice time like this. So I don't think Nolan Allen needs to play power play as an old school D. He's concentrating on his defensive side now. We'll do it like that. Nothing changes there. Okay. Do a quick check with the tactics that yeah, I figured the fourth line will play in a way that shouldn't matter like too much who plays there. What can we do here? Not much. Behind the net with more? Sure. So we will have a screen around Carbonneau who will probably crash the nets. We just change that to behind the net. And that's it. Okay. And then we'll see how it all goes. Max out everything, yes. Ridley Greg wants to change to 17, sure. Get that stench of Foligno out of your back. Wait, we have an extra player? Oh yeah, of course we do. I mean, I'd rather keep Gavin than Ratu. Might as well try and get a pick out of him or send him down. Oh, a 5th round. From Buffalo. Okay. So Akuratu has gone to Buffalo now. Get him out of our system. Effectively replaced by Chas Lucius. We are just above the salary floor. And what? I was looking at something before. Oh, the cap thing. So we have a lot of these guys who will cost a lot more next year. Shouldn't matter though. We can afford a lot of it. We're gonna see what we do with Kurashev. He's so good defensively though, in comparison to the other guys. But we'll see what we'll do. There will have to be some trades and whatnot, just to trim down on like who is playing right now and who might play in the future. we'll see how things shape out. Anthony Mantha finally moved. He goes to Montreal for a 3rd round pick. Stefan Nosen has been moved to Vancouver, and Nolan Foote moved to New Jersey. Didn't he play there before? I might be wrong. When do we have a season opener? On the 7th. Okay. It's a lot of waivers again. Well, not a lot, but Zach Jones, LaRue, new. Oh, talk about a guy who can play basically anywhere. No, we are not interested in a 32-year-old. Jan Yannick moves again, so Penguins got him and traded him. John Marino moves to Tampa for a 2nd round pick. LaRue has been claimed by the Flames. Okay. Good for you. You're not playing with 66. No. Play with 46 or something. I will not have such blasphemy in my universe. Oh, Detroit's winning games. They won 2 before we even start our season. They must have been playing like somewhere in Sweden or something again.